Wild story today out of Illinois. The federal government has just ordered a Lutheran church in the state of Illinois to pay back 10 years of one particular individual's tithes and offerings, or the federal government will seize your building. It is so crazy. I'm going to tell you about it today. Don't go away. All right, guys, thank you for watching today's video. Subscribe if you are new. Also, check out our book, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll, and the link in the description below. People have really enjoyed this book, and a lot of folks are liking it, so we want to pass that along to you. Here's the story today. I want to give this to you. We're going to go to Protestia first and then show a couple other things here. But there is a church in Illinois, a Lutheran church, that is ordered to return 10 years of tithes worth over $780,000 or lose their building. And the article says here, Messiah Lutheran Church in Joliet, Illinois received the shock of their lives after government officials ordered them to repay nearly $800,000 in tithes given to them over the last 10 years, and the clock is ticking. And so this is the church's website. The church is a Messiah Lutheran Church in Joliet there, and here's what they put on their own website. And I want everybody to be able to see this, because this seems like a very serious problem, and I don't like this law. I don't like how this is even set up, but we're going to talk about this. Here's what they posted. What caused this situation for the church? In 2019, the federal government, through the Securities and Exchange Commission, which, if you don't know what that is, that's actually the wing of the government that like regulates the stock market and stuff like that, filed a lawsuit against a local business claiming that the business had defrauded numerous investors. As part of that lawsuit, the SEC had a receiver appointed to recoup monies the business had paid out to others. So basically, this guy had started a business. He had asked it for investors, and maybe it was a publicly traded business. I'm not totally sure. It would make sense if it was the SEC involved in this. And they had decided that his business was a fraud, that his stock did not have the value that it did. And over the course of 10 years, apparently this guy had paid the Lutheran Church a tithe and offering equaled about $800,000. So this guy was doing really well in his business, apparently. But now the SEC sued him and is trying to recollect all the monies that he paid out, including the monies that he had paid to charities. And so the SEC receiver demanded $780,000 some dollars from Messiah that had been donated by this business over a 10-year period. Now that's just crazy. Like if somebody came to me and says, federal government came to me and says, hey, you know, this guy right here who gave you this money, we want all that money back, especially if, for the past 10 years, I don't even know what I would do. This is a ridiculous thing to ask of a church. Churches just don't have $800,000 sitting at the bank at the average church. It is a unreasonable request, especially from a church. But the problem is that they're registered as a 501c3 charity. Now, a lot of people debate that, and they talk about why, if a church should do it, if a church shouldn't do it, and does the Johnson Amendment protect churches and that type of stuff. I think it's probably best to err on the side of not doing it, but if you do, I'm not mad at you or whatever. I know that our church, and really even me, what we do here, we are not registered as a 501c3. And part of the reason we don't do that is because, I just don't want the red tape that you have to deal with. And point in case, what this church is dealing with right here. So Lighthouse Baptist Church in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, we're tax exempt. If you make a donation to my ministry or the church or whatever, it's actually considered tax exempt, but it's not 501c3. So we've worked that out, and we're doing just fine. So, but this right here is one of the reasons why we have it. And so it says, since Messiah is a charity, isn't it protected from this type of clawback of funds? No, the SEC receiver's lawsuit is under Illinois law, which allows for the clawback of donations to charities based on the accused misdeeds of the donor. So if some guy's out there running a pyramid scheme and he's scamming everybody, but at least he's honest enough to tithe off of his big scam, then the SEC can come back 10 years back and take all that money back that he had given to your ministry. It's almost laughable But I mean, what was the church supposed to do? Was the church supposed to examine every donation? I mean, if some guy's out there dealing crack or something like that, and he gives Spencer Smith money for his ministry, I mean, am I supposed to? How am I supposed to know that's where he got the money? I mean, which some of these people, that might be true. I don't know. No, that's not true. Anyway, so it says the same type of lawsuit can be brought against any nonprofit organization in Illinois. Illinois law offers no protection and does not limit the number of years that can be included. So they can go back 25 years or take your building. I don't know why the state of Illinois has such draconian laws in the books. I mean, how hilarious is that? Illinois is so bad. It's the California of the Midwest, man. Illinois, it says Illinois law offers no protection, does not limit the number of years that can be included. The SEC, along with other Goliaths, could go after many others now or in the future. No charity is safe. Are there any other Illinois nonprofits affected by this lawsuit? Yes. Other Illinois nonprofits were named in the same civil lawsuit with Messiah. It is understood that all of them settled with the SEC receiver. Messiah has the largest amount from among these other nonprofits and could not pay the requested without forcing the church to close. Has there been a decision in the lawsuit against the family business? Yes. There has been a guilty decision in the criminal case, which is being appealed by the family. There will also be a countersuit to recover damages caused by the SEC's receiver upon freezing, neglecting, and preventing investors from using the websites associated with the business. Who knows what this business is? Would the eventual outcome of that criminal case have affected Messiah's civil case? No. Messiah's civil case was separate and not affected by the outcome of the criminal case. There is lower burden of proof in the civil case, which makes it difficult for the charity to fight the current laws for clawing back funds that have been given by a frozen business. Oh my goodness. Yikes. So they try to get a loan. Looks like the SEC receiver demanded a settlement. What are the terms? Yikes. And so they're just trying to raise money to try to protect this church. I mean, and it goes on and on. You can look this up for yourself, man. It is just so crazy. But the church owes $800,000, or they're going to have to sell the building, give it up, something like that. And so the church said it tried to settle for years to settle with the SEC receiver in a way that wouldn't financially cripple the church, but that the SEC rejected multiple settlement offers put forth by Messiah on the basis that even if Messiah did not have the money to pay the judgment sought, a judgment could be enforced against Messiah's real estate. So far, the church has repaid $480,000 from cash reserves and donations and needs to raise another $300,000 within the next 2 months, or else they say they'll be forced to sell their building and property to repay the balance owed. That is the American federal government for you guys. They can ruin your life. And really, how are you supposed to know? Like, I know this is a Lutheran church, but I mean, this is a church nonetheless. How is a pastor supposed to know? How is a church supposed to know? I mean, they got a nice building there, got a nice parking lot, they got a nice parsonage on the back. How are these people supposed to know that the people giving the money through a business are doing something that's illegal? I mean, how are they supposed to know that? I don't know. To me, that just seems like a bunch of nonsense, but that is that's Illinois for you. That's Illinois. If really, all you governors and all you state senators, everything, you guys need to be going crazy and telling the federal government you cannot enforce that in this state. But maybe I ask too much of politicians. Who knows, guys? Anyway, if you're new, subscribe to our channel. Get the book, Calling Evil Good, The Live Christian Rock and Roll, available now on Amazon. I think we had over 500 reviews on this book so far. Working on a sequel right now, and it's going to be awesome. So, guys, see you guys later. Have a good day, and remember that doctrine matters. And go watch Third Adam if you haven't done so. God bless you. See you later. Hey guys, your friend Spencer here. A couple years ago, the Lord laid on my heart to do some research into the contemporary Christian music world, and I was astounded at what I found. I just found so many unbelievably unbiblical things, even some demonic things that were happening. And the Lord led me to put all that into a book form, and this is the book we have written, Calling Evil Good, the Live Christian Rock and Roll. And as far as books that are dealing with the negative and the dangerous aspects of contemporary Christian music, this book right now is the #1 seller as of the time of the recording of this video. And so we want to put this out there to let you know about this book. This book will be shipped to your front door by Amazon. And we've had so many good reports from all over the world, really, of people saying that, man, this book really opened up my eyes to the truth of this entire industry. And we deal with people like Hulk Hogan, Britney Spears, Beyonce, Amy Grant, Alice Cooper, Elvis Presley, Larry Norman, R. Kelly, Puff Daddy, and all the record companies really all together. We deal with the whole big spectrum. So get your copy today. There's a link in the description below, and I know this book will help you understand the issue better and understand why this is an issue. So God bless you, friend. Hope you enjoyed the book. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and look forward to many good updates with you in the future. God bless you. Hey guys, your friend Spencer here. I believe that everybody needs 3 homes. First of all, you need a heavenly home. I got mine when I was 18 years old, and I trusted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior and was saved, and God gave me a home in heaven. Number 2, I believe that everybody needs a physical home, a place where you live with your family. This is my home here, and this is our office where we shoot a lot of our videos and do a lot of our ministry work from here. And so this is my earthly home. And number 3, I believe everybody needs a church home. And we've had a lot of people ask us, Spencer, we see the problems of what you're talking about, but we don't know where to go to church now. What do we do? And so I kind of asked God to help us with this, and we've been able to put together a website for you called independentbaptist.church. Independentbaptist.church. You can go on that website and type in your zip code and whatever distance you're willing to travel, and then you can find what we have as far as our records for a church for you. Now, this is a list that is always a work in progress, and we're always pruning and adding and doing all kinds of stuff like that. And so in time, we hope to expand this list and see what God does with it there. We've had people from all over the country email us and say, Spencer, because of this website, I have found my new church family. We rejoice with these people and thank God for all that He's done with this. So independentbaptist.church is your website to help you find a new local church that believes the Bible, preaches the Bible, and does not bow to the modern day compromise and watered down Christianity that is so prominent today. And so we encourage you guys to visit independentbaptist.church. God bless you, friend.